July 17th, 2016, Jewish newspaper Haaretz and I-24 News released articles stating that school children had received posters depicting Jerusalem with the Dome of the Rock photoshopped out of the picture. They claimed this was an accident and that a stock photograph had been put in. But this is the very issue that Palestinians are using right now to knife and attack and drive over Jews in the land of Israel. The issue is whether indeed Israel does intend to take back the Dome of the Rock. No Israeli, to my knowledge, has stated that there is an intention to destroy the Dome of the Rock. However, I do have word that a group of Orthodox Jews plans to take over the Temple Mount and set up an altar at the next opportunity. This lines up with scripture that says that the temple will be rebuilt, and the scripture where Jesus, Yeshua, says that we should look for the abomination of desolation to be set up and the daily sacrifices to be obliterated. In order for that to happen, in the holy place is where the Temple Mount is, and an altar would have to be set up and sanctified according to the 7 or 8 day sanctification process. The daily sacrifice of a lamb in the morning and a lamb in the evening would have to be reinstated, and then privilege to do that would have to be revoked. That is the sign that Jesus himself said would be the start of the tribulation period. At that time, there is a sign. There's instructions in the Bible to see that sign and then to take certain actions, which include going to the last place you celebrated the biblical holiday called Sukkot, which is a camping out period, because during Sukkot, or the Feast of Tabernacles it's also called, that will be a time period. You see, every year the Feast of Sukkot is celebrated where people camp outdoors for 8 days. That is a training process for the tribulation period. For the evil that's coming on the world, there will be a Holocaust type event, and then there will be this greater exodus where people travel around to 42 different hiding places on their way back to Israel. By the way, the temple has not even been built, but actually the temple does not have to be built. All that has to be done is that a kosher altar be set up, and the Jews have already set up such an altar and made it out of stones from the Dead Sea, put it together in a manner that unhewn stones were used, and they have it ready to put up erect on the Temple Mount where the Dome of the Rock is at any given moment. So do I believe that the Dome of the Rock and the mosque, al-aqsa mosque that's beside it, will be destroyed? Yes, eventually, but nobody's saying it's going to be done anytime soon. The last several chapters of the book of Ezekiel tell of an even larger temple than Solomon's temple or Herod's temple being erected. The Muslims say that the Temple Mount in Jerusalem is their third holiest site, but actually it is not even mentioned in the Quran. They claim that it is the site which Muhammad ascended to heaven in a night ride on a flying horse. And so there's this argument over the Temple Mount, because all these different religions want to control the Temple Mount because they know that whoever controls the Temple Mount can control and sway the masses of people. The Orthodox Jews want to control the Temple Mount. The Muslims want to control the Temple Mount. The Roman Catholics want to control the Temple Mount. The Freemasons want to control the Temple Mount. And the Christians don't really know what's going on, so they don't really care. Christians